We're here at Henry's on the Market, so let's head to the kitchen to see what's cooking.
All right, so today we're going to be cooking two of our signature dishes here at Henry's. We're going to be doing our classic low country boil and our shrimp and grits. So we're going to start with the boil. We start off with some unsalted butter. Get that melting in the pan. We can also start with the shrimp and grits, melting the butter as well. We're just going to let that melt down a little bit. Once that starts to sizzle, we're going to add our garlic. We're going to add in our shrimp. Get a little bit of a sear on that. Just a little bit of color. Next for the boil, we're going to add in some corn, some potato, and a little bit of smoked sausage. Let's let that all kind of come together. We're going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to add in some of our boiled broth. We're just going to cover that up and let that go. So now we can start our shrimp and grits. Again, the butter's melted. We add a little bit of garlic. Let that render down and sweat out a little bit. We're going to start with our local shrimp. And once again, just get a little bit of color. So we get a little bit of color on the shrimp. We add our peppers and onions. Next, we're going to add a little bit of white wine. And just reduce that down. And to finish it off, we're going to add a little bit of our smoked tasso gravy. And we're just going to cook that through till the shrimp are cooked. So we're going to start by plating our shrimp and grits. We have our stone ground grits in the pan, or in the pot, sorry. And we just ladle the tasso gravy, shrimp, peppers, and onions right over those grits. Finish it with the leftover gravy. And then we just garnish with a little bit of parsley and some micro lettuces. And that's our shrimp and grits. For the low country boil, can't make it too fancy because it is a low country boil after all. Put our shrimp, sausage, corn, potatoes into the bowl. And for this one, we just keep it simple. It's just some chopped up parsley and garnish with some lemon. There you have it, two of our signature dishes here at Henry's.
Joining us today, we have Chef Andreas here at Henry's on the Market. Thanks for having us today.
My pleasure, so nice to be here.
All right, beautiful dishes here behind us. But first, let's talk about the selection here at Henry's. What do you have to offer?
We do typically low country cuisine. We put some spins on it, but we try to stay traditional. Obviously, we bring a little bit of flair to it with the plating, presentation, and everything else, but typically stay pretty southern.
Okay, so how do you put your flair on it? Does it come from your own background, or?
A little bit of the background. Obviously, we have a diverse group of people in the kitchen, so we take their backgrounds and everything else and blend it together. And what we come up with is our finished dishes.
And as a chef, what do you bring here? What kind of experience do you bring to Henry's?
I've been all over the world, honestly. Cooked in some great establishments in New York. I was with the Ritz-Carlton for years. Obviously, a little bit of refinement and motivation, and we have a great, fantastic group of ladies and gentlemen in the kitchen and in the front of the house, and they motivate me hopefully as much as I motivate them to do better every day.
Okay, so if you could tell the folks at home, like overall, just when it comes to the culinary scene here at Henry's, how would you describe it?
Vibrant. It's obviously a relaxed but refined ambiance here in this restaurant. We have so much going on, with the 3 different levels and all the different venues. It's really an amazing place for me to work because it's something different every day. Mm-hmm. The clientele is great, whether it's tourists or locals, they come in and they have a great time. It's really a neat place to work.
Chef, thank you so much for having us.
Absolute pleasure, thank you.
And of course, as always, for more information, just head online to henrysonthemarket.com.